Hi, everybody. Teresa Warrenstaff. I wanted to jump on today and talk about intuition. Specifically, I'm going to speak from my own experience and my own perceptions. If you have worked with me, or if you have visited my website or my profile, you will know that a large part of what I do originates in my intuition. I have deep business skills, but the secret sauce is really my ability to know and feel and see into the realm of possibility for each individual person. And a lot of people are not familiar with intuition, so I thought I'd answer a couple of questions and maybe generate some more. So what is intuition? My dictionary meaning, the Teresa dictionary, is intuition is your sixth sense. It is the gut instinct that says, nope, go straight, don't take the shortcut. And then you hear a block over a car crash. It is walking into a house and feeling, this can be my home. It is knowing when to walk away. It is knowing when to stay, and it is a tool, a skill that with practice gets deeper, more accurate, and shows up more. So I have been working with my intuition since birth. It is something that I was born with, and for much of my life I suppressed it. I didn't think you were supposed to be able to know things or see things or hear things or feel things. I thought I was just weird. Well, I've since made friends with my intuition, and honestly, I lean so deeply into it because it has guided me in directions that, had I only followed my mental mind, I would never have explored, and I would never have experienced the deep joy and passion that I feel today in what I do. So intuition can be clairsentient, which means that you feel things, clairaudient, which is you hear, clairvoyant, you see, and claircognizant is you know. My strongest gift is I just know. The information comes in, and I'm absolutely sure of its accuracy. I can also hear and see and feel, and those are my backup skills. I will also say that I never look at anything unless invited. So if we're at a party and we bump into each other, we shake hands and you say hi, I'm not going to know anything about you. If you ask me for information that will support you in your journey, I'll ask if it's appropriate for me to ask that question on your behalf and receive that information. And with your permission, I will share that with you. We have a very narrow perspective on our world, on what is available in life. It is based on the three-dimensional, what we can see and feel and touch and experience, and what our mental constructs can put together. And yet the possibilities, well, ours from a very human focused mental perspective are very narrow. From a universal perspective, they're huge because as I'm sure you'll agree, we don't know what we don't know. So we can't even begin to look for it. And that's where the beauty of intuition drops in. It shows you the realm of possibility and opportunity. So I'll talk about how I do that for my clients, maybe demystify that a little bit. When I'm working one-on-one or within a team construct, it also applies there, I go into the energy of that soul's expression and how they want to optimize how they occur in the world and how they express, and I receive information. It could be anything from look back into your childhood dreams to understand what your soul's purpose is, and then we'll do an exploration until we determine exactly what the next step in that individual's career is. It could be talking about interpersonal relationships, whether it be children or spouses or extended family, and how to optimize and get the best out of that relationship and make it the most harmonious, peaceful, kind, compassionate, and loving. It could be in a team construct where you have 10 people with all these different personalities and aptitudes and interests, and how to bring them together into a collaborative, innovative, fun, exciting, cohesive whole. It could be any of those things or all of those things at once. When I look at the construct, and I'm going to drop into the business just for a minute here. When I look at the construct of a company, it's a bubble. So a company is its own individual entity, very similar to a person or an animal. We have our own energy systems and we have our own soul's purpose. And our job, in my opinion, is to align our lives to that soul's purpose and be of service on the planet. So as a company, very much the same thing. They have their own energy, and their construct is bound or boundaried by the vision, the mission, the values, and the immutable laws. In addition, the executive team, the board, the leadership team contributes to that boundary, to that culture, by their behavior, by contributing their beliefs and their behaviors. And so understanding the company's soul's purpose, we're able to look at and construct both the overarching business direction as well as team constructs, and then look at the individual, that silo. How does that silo fit in to the larger construct so that you create this infinity loop of symbiosis so that everybody benefits? Which is why, and just look at the news, look at everything on Google about leadership, our first priority is our people. Our people create our culture. Our leaders create our culture. And this is a little bit on the intuitive side, the energetics of the construct of a company. So back to the individual. Similarly, the individual has a construct that they work within. They have a soul purpose. There's a reason why you're here. And it's so vitally important that you step into your greatness and you recognize you're so important to this planet. You are here for a reason. And your job, your raison d'etre, is to ensure that you step into that powerfully. And that's what I do. I access the soul's information, I access timeline information, and I help demystify all of that for you in a way that two things happen. Number one, you see your soul's purpose. You recognize it, you go, oh yeah, that is me, number one. And number two, that you can step into it, that you can grow into the full expression of who you are. It's phenomenal. It is absolutely one of the most magical things that you'll ever do in your life. And like anything that requires practice, it isn't always easy. Sometimes you don't want to sit down and do the work. Sometimes you don't want to look at why you keep doing the same thing over and over. But in those nuggets is the wisdom to help you move into your next way of being. And that ultimately serves the planet. So when we talk about conscious companies and conscious leaders and conscious individuals, it's about self-realization that brings joy, play, fun into their lives, and they get to live from that place. And through my intuition, I can help guide you there and demystify a lot of these things. So thank you for listening. I hope that this sparks some deep internal conversations, and I just wish everyone listening and watching the greatest play and joy and happiness. Be well and be great. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.